Now, using man is convenient, but what are you going to do if you don't know what command exactly you are looking for? Well, in that case, you should know that all man pages are indexed in the ManDB. And you can use man -k, or alternatively, the apropos command, to search the ManDB based on a keyword. And that's convenient if you don't know which command to use, but you do know the keyword. In the output, you can find a lot of results. And if you get too many results, you can use the grep command in the pipe to filter the results. I'll show you how that works. But when working with ManDB, you should notice that ManDB is built automatically through a scheduled task. And sometimes you are looking for something very obvious and you don't get any results. Instead, it's telling you nothing appropriate. If that is going to happen, then you need to manually trigger a rebuild of the ManDB using sudo mandb. Let's go check this out. All right, I'm using man -k user, which is checking in the ManDB if there are any items about user. Oh no, I am getting nothing appropriate. Well, there's a very good explanation for this. This is a freshly installed system. And on a newly installed system, your ManDB command hasn't been started yet. And you know what? I already told you that you should use sudo mandb, but I think it's nice if we go check out how to get to that information. So I'm using man, the man page for man. And now I'm going to search for -k. So that would be /, look at the lower left corner, -k, and then I press enter. And it's giving me the -k's in the synopsis. That's not what I want. What I want is what I see right here. Remember, you can use n for next to repeat the last search operation. So this is telling me a short description equivalent to apropos in bold. The bold typeface indicates that this is probably also a command. So I'm going to use man apropos to get more information about this apropos thing. And in case you wouldn't know, well, here you can see the apropos, the database search by apropos is updated by the ManDB program. And depending on the installation, this may be run by a periodic cron job or need to be run manually. So that is exactly what's going on. You want to know more? Type ManDB. The interesting information right here is the 8. The 8 is giving that this is an administrator command. And being an administrator command, I probably have to use sudo. Let's try it without sudo first. I'm using mandb. What do we get? I am getting, oh boy, I get can't create, no such file. I get lots of errors. It's not so very obvious that these errors are because I am not running this with sudo privileges. But here we go, using it with sudo privileges. And now we can see that it is updating the index cache for all of these man pages. Can take a little bit, shouldn't be taking too long. And once it is done, after it has generated all of this output, as you can see, it has added almost 8,000 different man pages. So now I can try my man -k user again. And that is working. And oh boy, that's a lot of information. But if you look at all that information, you can see that we have results from different sections, like section 2, which is about system calls. We do not care about system calls. They don't matter if you are into Linux administration. If you want to do administration, you need to figure out what is it that you want to do. Well, if the answer is, I want to create a user, then you need to think a little bit. Is that something that requires administrator privileges or not? If the answer is yes, then you probably need to search for the appropriate command in section number 8. So I'm going to use man -k user again, and I'm using a pipe sign. The pipe is taking the output of the first command and it's sending it to the second command. And the second command that I'm using here is grep. No worries, we will talk about grep separately in much more detail later. But for now, I want to show you grep 8. Which is going to filter out only those lines that have an 8 in the text. And there we go. Here we have a list only of commands that have been documented in section 8 of man. And that includes user add. Well, probably that might be the command that you were looking for. And otherwise, at least the results are a little bit easier to check after the filtering. So that is how you can use man-k. Man-k really is a convenient skill. You might like having it on the RHCSA exam because on the RHCSA exam, you don't have any internet access. So you need to get all the information straight from your system. And that is why man is so incredibly important.